welcome everyone to the beautiful State Fair of Virginia. These folks put together one beautiful, beautiful fair. It's a family fair. There's something for everyone, and I'm very pleased and proud to be a part of it this year. What we're going to do for about the next 25 or 30 minutes, we're going to talk about western diamondback rattlesnakes. We'll see what they look like, what they sound like, and what they can do. Now, before I start each show, I make sure everyone knows that all of my rattlesnakes have their fangs and they have their venom. I don't do anything to change that. Now, I try to make the rattlesnake show fun, try to make it entertaining. So I do it differently than other fellas in Texas do their rattlesnake shows. But I want to make it very clear that all of my rattlesnakes have their fangs, they have their venom. I don't try to pull the fangs out. I don't break the fangs off. I don't try to milk the venom out of the snakes. I think we all may have seen, maybe on the Discovery Channel or Animal Planet, you'll see somebody take a venomous snake by the back of the head. They hang the fangs over a beaker, they apply pressure, and some of the venom comes out. Now I say some of the venom because even if you're an expert at milking venomous snakes, you're only going to get about half of the venom out of the snake. The other half still in the snake is more than enough to inflict a terrible, terrible bite. Well, let's see, my show season goes from May to October. Now the rattlesnakes will get all their venom back again in 10 days or 2 weeks. That means I would have to milk the rattlesnakes every 10 days or 2 weeks. And it wouldn't help if I did it, but I'd have to do that if I wanted to try to get half the venom out. Now, when you do that, you eventually rupture the snake's venom glands and the snake will die. I don't want to do that to them, and no one wants to see the West Texas dead rattlesnake show. They just don't want to see that. I keep my rattlesnakes for one show season, then I take them back to West Texas and I let them go. I turn them loose. I want to make it very clear again that I do not dump these rattlesnakes in anybody's front yard anymore. I don't do that. I'll tell you something funny. It's really funny because one time, a couple of days ago, a little guy was sitting by the yellow rope down here and he's waving his hand. I said, "Sure, what is it?" And he said, "Well, why did you ever do that in the first place?" The little fella's thinking, it's a joke. Actually, I release them in an appropriate wilderness area. It's either state land or federal land in West Texas. And they're from there, they're indigenous, they've always been there, so I can put them back. And then I bring more snakes for the next year. Well, let's take a look at some of these western diamondback rattlesnakes. It's going to be fun. Oh boy, it's rattlesnake time. Wow. Let's see what we have here. People ask, how do the rattlesnakes get their rattle? When these snakes are born, they're born alive. They do not hatch from eggs. They're about the size of a wood pencil, and they have a button on the end of their tail. First time that snake sheds, that button catches a link of skin. Check out that rattle. Alright, so the first time the snake sheds, that button catches a link of skin. That's the first link of skin on the rattle. It kind of dries, hardens, and that's the first link on the rattle. And then so on and so forth. I'm going to bring out a bigger snake for a minute. Let me bring out another one just for a second. Let me show you something. The average length of a western diamondback rattlesnake is about 34 inches. But I got to show you this. I got to show you some snakes that may be a little bit bigger than that. All right, let's take a look. I'm going to put on my rattlesnake handling gloves. Only going to take a minute. Boy, you can buy rattlesnake handling gloves at any Walmart, Kmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target. Go in and ask for them by name. I'd like a pair of rattlesnake handling gloves. I want to show you what these guys can look like. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, you'll like this. Nothing says fun at the fair like a mess of venomous snakes. How many people are scared to death of snakes and you don't like them? I don't like them either. I just need the money. I'll tell you something, speaking of money, they pay me. I know you're not supposed to brag about the money you make, but they pay me $8 an hour for doing this. How about that? And if that's not enough, and gosh golly, don't you think it should be, I get in the fair free every day. How can you go wrong? And what's the very most that could happen? I get bit and die. Now, every occupation has an element of risk. But I don't know. I just think I've got it made. I'm going to lift some of these guys out so you get a look at them. These might be a little bit bigger. Now, wait a minute here. Oh, wow. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Whoa. Let's see what we got here. Now, I have to do this or they won't pay me my $8 an hour. I don't want to lose the money. Whoa. Let me go ahead and set these guys down. I pulled them out a little earlier. That way they can kind of get around here. Crawl around, get some exercise. But anyway, that gives you an idea how big they can get. Now I want to bring out another rattlesnake. I want to show you rattlesnake fangs. If I try to show you the fangs on the big guy, I might get bit. And if I'm going to get bit, I want $8.50 an hour. See? So just for the $8, I'll show you some things here. Now these guys looking, come here, what do you, here, you got to get over out of the way. Because if I step on you, you're going to get all upset and kill me. And that won't be fun at the fair. Gee, we went and saw this guy, he got all bit up. Well, shucks. You gotta remember, when I get a little down, I think everybody gets down once in a while. Boy, I'm having a bad day. I got my Alamo backdrop, it kind of tore up. Whenever I get upset, get a little bummed out, I keep saying, $8 an hour. $8 an hour. I get in the fair free. All right, let's take a look. Boy, I'll tell you. Let's take a look at this snake. This is a beautiful rattlesnake. This guy right here is one handsome rattlesnake. But can you see the colors on that guy? This guy's beautiful. If this rattlesnake turned into a human being right now, he'd be Brad Pitt. That's pretty good. I'm going to set him down here for a minute. Oh boy. Ooh, golly. Wow. Let me go ahead and now go ahead and put this over here. Let me bring Brad Pitt up here. We're going to see his fangs. Yep. Now, folks are probably wondering why I shared with you the fact that I make $8 an hour. I was just curious as to maybe some of my very good friends down to the IRS might be in the audience. I just assumed they thought it was $8 an hour. It's close, close. All right, here we go. We're going to take a look at fangs. Oh, boy. Oh, goody. We're going to see fangs. Wow. Here we go. Oh, boy. Woo, doggies. Here we go. Now, let's go ahead. Now, by applause, who wants to see something really dangerous? You're seeing it. Yeah, this guy here, he doesn't want to show me his fangs. See, that's body language. See that? You see that going around? That means he wants me to set him down, and I'm not setting him down. We got to look at your fangs. It's part of the $8 an hour requirement. If it was $8.50, I'd show you the big guy's fangs, but shucks. All right, now I'm going to use my fang showing pencil. You can get it if it, no, you really can't. Matter of fact, this one's got 2 words on it. It says, got milk, and it's got a question mark. All right, here we go. We're going to start over here, and then I'm going to move all the way around so everybody can see the fangs. Here we go. Let's take a look. Wow, is there dust blowing around or what? Woo, boy, here we go. It's fang time. Roof of his mouth. Watch the roof of his mouth. There we go, roof of the mouth. Check it out. See the fangs? Sheath the skin over each fang. See that? You see the fangs? Roof of the mouth. Up on the roof of the mouth, everybody. You can see them, right? Tell me you can see them, please, please, please. You can see them, right? I like to think I didn't risk my life for nothing. All right, here we go. Now, when other venomous snake performers or rattlesnake handlers have a rattlesnake by the back of the head like this, to release them, they throw them on the floor or they drop them on the floor. These snakes are notorious for whipping around, scratching you with their fangs or impaling you with their fangs. Watch how I set them down. Watch the rattlesnake's head. Here we go. Watch his head. Shh. Come on. Shh. Here you go. Shh. Now you're all, what are you doing? Now he didn't whip around, try to scratch me, or he would have scratched me. He didn't try to bite me, or he would have bitten me. It didn't happen because I never throw him on the floor. I never hurt him. Let me put him down here. But he was wiggling around pretty bad. Whoa, I biffed his nose. He was wiggling around because he wanted me to set him down. But he knows I'm not going to hurt him, so he won't bite me. Now, that's kind of the theory I've been working under for 22 years, and now I'm going into my 22nd year, and I have never been bitten. Judging from your response, you don't realize people that do this are bitten all the time. The guy that helped me get started did this kind of work, a venomous, hands-on venomous snake show. He did it for 40 years. He was bitten 45 times. I met another fellow that did what I'm doing right now. He did it for 20 years. He was bitten 28 times. Now, I did this. I'm finishing up my 22nd year, and I've never been bitten. Oh, you guys are great. We're going to have a good time. Thank you very much. All right. Now, how late is the fair open tonight? Oh, boy. One more time. This is the one. Whoa. Whoop. Oh, dear. Watch the snake. Watch him. Watch him. Don't take your eyes off him. This will work. If he doesn't do it.